They've been embroiled in legal issues over the past few years because John Oates wanted to sell his half of the company that they own together, which is called Whole Oats Enterprises. They should have called it Hauling Oats, but they didn't do that. So they own, the two of them own all the trademarks and the likenesses, everything you need to own if you're two people who've made a lot of music together. Are they in the Hall of Fame? They have to be, right?
No.
Hall & Oates Rock Hall of Fame. They were inducted on September 2 in 2016. Wait, no. 2014, they were inducted in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. I don't recall that.
I don't either.
Yeah. Must not have been here in Cleveland.
But good for them.
Yeah, they
They're
said,
great.
listen, people change, and there was no way that the two of them could come back from the difficulties after. Listen, you file a restraining order on your buddy, and I don't know if you're going to come back from that. But they had like this arrangement. They were always fighting. Like Daryl Hall couldn't play his solo songs when the two of them would go out. They hadn't done anything new in a long time, but every once in a while they would go out. But he said, creatively, we haven't written music in a quarter century. So Hall & Oates, I don't know why they felt compelled to let everybody know. Maybe they were just getting asked too much, and they wanted to put something out there. Hey, we're done. So Hall & Oates. Tell your parents. They're going to be very upset. But Bill's right. Yacht rock season.
It's coming up.
It's underway, kind of. I mean, it has been warm.
It has been warm, but the
You
pool.
know, it's going to be 70 tomorrow and Wednesday.
Once the pool opens, that's when the fun really
Is that Memorial Day?
begins.
When is the pool open?
Yeah,
It's
Memorial
Squifle
Day
Tower.
weekend.
Yeah. All right. Well, Hall & Oates are both in their late 70s. So they've been doing what they do for a long, long time. And why not? Speaking of, let me play these for you. Talking about AI girlfriends. There's a guy who clearly is gunning for Mary to be his girlfriend.
One guy hates me, one guy wants to date me. What's going on here? You guys are throwing a lot at me.
Ain't that just life?
You guys are throwing a lot at me.
Well, Albert doesn't hate you. He loves you. But
He
his
used to
call,
love
he
me.
said you have been really pissing him off. And he felt compelled to let you know.
Yes.
And this is a free exchange of ideas around this place. So that's what we want. And so you're on record, Albert. I got a letter from Ray, who made 2 AI songs about our own Mary Santora. Ray and Rocky River. One of them is called Ray and Mary Santora.
Jeez.
And the other one is called Sea Breeze Serenade. So you tell me which one you want to hear first.
Sea Breeze Serenade.
Sea Breeze Serenade it is.
Mary Santora, with feet so fine.
Oh, by the way, this is largely hinging on you as being a fish detective.
Ah, okay. I thought it said with feet so fine.
Oh, yes, because you sell pictures of your feet.
Yeah. Okay.
Santora, with feet so fine. She's a fish detective, solving crime, taking a bite out of the underworld sea. Her fins glittering. She's the queen of the reef. In her underwater.
The Queen of the Reef.
I am the queen of the reef.
I believe
yeah.
that's referred to as a queef when you put them together, yes?
No.
Isn't that the portmanteau of the
Arene.
Queen of the Reef?
The queen of the reef. In her underwater world, she's got the moves, searching for clues beneath the ocean blues. With every step she leaves a trail of grace. Mary Santora, with a smile on her face. Dive into the rhythm, let the waves carry you away. With Mary's feet dancing. What more could you say? She's a fish detective, fearless and bold.
Yeah.
Taking a bite out of crime.
Yeah.
Bringing justice untold.
Bringing justice untold. Oh, I love it.
Take a bite out.
Take a bite out of crime. She's a fish detective. What do you want from her? Well, there you go.
All
There's your Sea Breeze Serenade. I know when you think Mary, you think Grace, too, right? That's in there.
I'm probably the most graceful person
Uh-huh.
you've ever met.
Yeah.
What's
With
up,
every
baby?
step, she leaves a trail of grace. So Seabury Serenade, and then he wrote a song called Ray and Mary Santora. And this musically might be more to your liking.
Town called Cleveland, where love was sincere. There lived a man named Ray, with hope and a tear. He fell for Mary Santora, the fish detective so fine. Worshipped her footprints every night, wished she was his Valentine. But Mary went up to New York chasing her dream, leaving Ray behind in a heartbroken extreme. He longed for her laughter, her smile and her charm. Every day without her cost his heart great harm. Oh, Ray, why'd you let her slip away? Your love
Should be playing this for Brian.
won't fade.
He's got competition.
What may Cleveland's waiting for her to return. Don't give up, Ray, for your love she'll yearn.
For your love, she'll yearn. I love the passive voice in the song there. Yeah.
It's written to Ray.
Yep.
Don't worry, Ray.
York City.
Yeah, that's right. Well, there you go. So put Brian on notice. He's got competition.
Doesn't move the needle. I'm sorry. I appreciate the
I mean,
maximum effort. put in.
Brian's not writing you AI love songs.
It is true.
Yeah.
It is true.
Ray is.
Yeah. It is.
This is a guy who will drive to New York and stand outside your window. So you hear them garbage bins rattling around.
It's not a homeless.
You, not a homeless.
It's
You
Ray.
take a look at it. It might be. Might be Ray. Josh in St. Louis. Hello.
Hey, Alan, how's it going?
Hello.
today?
Schenectady, New York. You're on. What's going on?
Oh, not much. I just wanted to get a clarification from you on something you said. Okay?
Please ask.
So earlier you said that you couldn't listen to Tony Hitchcliffe and whatever the other guy's name is because they were using words that you don't like, and you're like, it's just not my bag. I don't want to listen to it. Talking about the Brady roast, right?
Yeah, Andrew Schultz. Yeah,
That's what
not
you
so
said,
not so
right?
much words. It's
Yeah,
just I'm
yeah,
not in.
yeah,
I'm not
Schultz.
into their. I'm not. They don't. I don't vibe with like their style.
Yeah, but you used words that they had used as an example of why you didn't like it.
Yeah.
So my question is, that has been disturbing me for days, is your willingness to give a pass to college students that were chanting death to Israel and death to Zionism. And I'm like,
What do you mean
does
give a
Alan
pass?
have bigger? Well, because when all that stuff had come out about the college campuses, you have to know, if you've watched any videos, they're chanting death to Zion, death to Israel.
I did,
lot
Josh. I
at
did a
those-
whole. I did a
at
whole.
those
I
things.
already covered this. I did a whole segment on this last week.
Yeah, I know. Right now, I know. That's what I'm talking
Well,
about.
so how did I
Because
give them a pass?
because you were like, they're college kids, and in college, that's where you're learning, you know. You're
Well,
in the
that wasn't
college
giving. That
bubble.
wasn't giving them a pass. You're citing a specific example. I said that it's disingenuous for people to tell college kids that they're being immature.
That's disingenuous to tell people that are saying they want genocide for an entire people. You got to remember, Alan.
Well, you're
all people-
again, Josh. You're citing a specific example. I'm talking about the broad strokes of people saying that you're immature when your brain is still trying to figure things out. Right? We're not. There are plenty of grown adults, by the way, who are saying death to Jews and death to Israel and that kind of stuff.
Right.
That's a completely different situation. I didn't say you got to give these kids a pass for what they're saying. I wasn't quoting anybody on either side. I said that it's a hell of a lot more
I noticed
nuanced
that.
than people are giving it credit for.
I noticed that.
Well, so you wanted
you
wanted me
still-
to say something. You wanted me to say something that you specifically wanted me to say.
No. I don't want you to say anything one way or another.
Well,
I just was
but
interested
Josh, the
that-
point of this
that
call
you-
is you're calling me out for not saying something, so you do care what I said.
No. Yeah, because you're telling everybody that college kids, they're just kids. They're not kids, though. They're usually 19 to 27 years old. And if
I
they
don't know
change
any college
death
kids that are
to,
27 years
genocide-
old. Josh, what I was saying, if you remember what I said, is I said
do.
that kids in college are still figuring things out, and these universities got to figure that out. Now, today, Hamas goes, we'll take it for what it's worth, but Hamas goes, okay, we're ready to honor this ceasefire, right? So all these college kids are going to have to figure out what's next. Are they protesting because that's the fun thing to do? If you remember what I said that these kids really, really need to dig more into history. That a lot of kids in college have no idea what they're talking about in any kind of historical or geopolitical context, but that never stops them from taking a stand. And that's part of that bigger picture there. Whatever side you're coming down on.
Alan,
I'm sorry?
that's silly because that's like saying that college kids that would chant death to black people or death to Hispanic people, they're just college kids. They got to figure it out. That's terrible.
There are kids in college
where you're going.
who chant that stuff. I don't understand the
would
notion
come
that
down
anybody,
hard on that.
but Josh, no one's giving anybody a pass who calls for violence or death to any. I don't understand the notion that people are giving. You're clearly upset at what I didn't say, but
No.
you just said that you don't care what I said.
I just find it interesting that you got upset about some words on a comedy roast, but
Well, how are the
you
two connected?
completely
He didn't say he
ignore
was upset
that
about it.
I wasn't upset. I said that I don't
anti-Semitic
vibe with those comedians. By the way, those words that you're talking about, Josh, those comedians are using that I don't vibe with them, right?
Right.
You're equating two comedians using retard and fag, to quote them. You're equating that with genocide?
Right. I think genocide is much worse.
But you're
And
equating the two. You said you're confused by the fact that
Well,
I
yeah,
don't care for
because
these
they're-
particular comedians, but then people are.
Yes, because they're all offensive. They're all offensive to say. It is
Well, that's a
offensive to
sliding
say
scale,
death to
Josh.
Israel. You think so? I think the scale is much heavier on the side where it's telling people that we should kill all Jews.
Well, yes, but if
than
you're
a couple of
but you
words
can't.
in a comedy skit.
Right, but Josh, but you're equating them. You're saying you couldn't figure out why I was turned off by one set, but that I neglect.
Yeah,
First of all, you're
'cause I
getting
was-
upset at something. You're not getting upset at something I said. You're getting upset at something I didn't say, which is a real strange thing to have to defend against. I'm not giving anyone a pass who suggests that any group of
feel
people should be, taken off the planet. That's different than using words that I don't vibe with.
Yeah, one is way worse and should have been addressed more than the comedians. Like, who cares? They're just words in a comedy skit. But groups of people
Right.
saying death to an entire nation of people, that's terrible. And you
I
brushed
agree.
over it like it wasn't there.
Yeah, but Josh,
And you also
but
said
you're
that the
getting
Weather
upset.
Underground-
But Josh, you're getting upset at something I didn't say.
Bro, you know what you're doing.
He's
When you
saying
said the
he's
Weather
upset.
Underground,
He's not upset at something you didn't say. He's like, it's weird for you to say that Andrew Schultz and Tony Hinchcliffe aren't your vibe, but that you love civil unrest.
I do love civil unrest.
That's kind of hypocritical.
No, it's not, because genocide and civil unrest are two different things, Josh. You do understand that.
well, but Alan, you also said the Weather Underground was just a protest group. The Weather Underground was a terrorist organization.
Josh,
that
do you remember
actually
what I said
bombed
about the
government
Weather
facilities.
Underground?
Yeah, you said they were a protest group.
They were
That's what you said.
bombing
You didn't say they were a
buildings,
terrorist
Josh. The bombing
group.
buildings.
You said they were a protest group.
You got to listen to what I
You said they
say.
were a protest group. I did listen. You did say that, but you didn't say they were a terrorist group, which is what they are labeled by the government. You just said they were a protest group, and you kind of laughed.
There was
it off,
bombing
like, they
buildings,
bombed a couple
Josh.
buildings. Yeah, but you didn't.
Okay, thank you,
right.
Josh. Thank you. I don't know how to defend against you getting mad at something I didn't say.
I'm not mad. I'm just noticing the.
You keep telling me you don't care, but you
double
clearly you called me from St. Louis, Josh, because you care. So you can't tell me you don't care.
Well, yeah, I listen to the show every day.
Yes.
And I wanted a clarification because
So
I'm like, man.
You
that's
want to? So you
really
want?
hard for
I
me
don't
to
understand
connect.
what you want me to clarify.
Do you think saying that death to Israel is a bad thing?
I think saying death to anyone is a bad thing, Josh.
That's not what I asked. Do you think?
Yes, of course. Yes, of course. Included in that, the rubric of anyone calling for death to
You can't
anyone
say
else
it.
is a bad thing. Josh, I just said it.
I tell you what.
I just said it.
No, you didn't. You
Is
didn't.
death okay?
You didn't say
Ask me the question
chanting
again.
death to Israel
Ask me
is
the
a bad
question
thing.
again.
I asked, is chanting death to Israel a bad thing?
Yes. Are you happy? Chanting
No,
death to
I mean,
anyone.
the-
Josh, there's nothing that's going to make you happy. I understand that. Because you're getting mad at stuff I didn't say.
Death to this phone call.
I'm not even mad. I'm not.
Josh,
Mad. I just find that
you just spent 10
the
minutes with me.
hypocrisy to be out of control.
Don't try to convince me you're not mad. Of course you are. You just spent 10 minutes
I'll
with
tell
me.
you what. I was at a Purim festival a few weeks ago with the Orthodox Jews because I'm a contractor for them. And while we were there, people were driving past yelling "Death to Israel, Death to Zion" outside of these people's house.
Yeah.
That's
But
bad.
they were adults. So I guess if they were college kids, it would have been like, they're just trying to figure it out.
So you're putting words in my mouth, Josh.
I don't think so. Stevie and I were both sitting there like,
Unhappy
we were
with.
blown away.
So you're unhappy with what I
Blown
didn't
away.
say, and you're going to put words in my mouth.
No, we were just blown away by what you said.
Because if you're going to speak for me, Josh, you didn't need to call me at all.
No, I want to call you and talk to you.
But you don't.
By the
You
way,
got your mind made
Bill,
up, Josh.
Your hair looks great.
You already got your mind made up. You don't want to talk to me.
I think. No, I like talking to you, but I feel like a lot of anti-Semitism, not from you, but like you ignore the anti-Semitism and act like it's not a big deal. And
I don't
think it
know
is a
how
big
you
deal.
I don't know how you inferred that from what I did say, Josh. You're coloring your own you're coloring my words with your opinions, which I wouldn't do to you.
It was like a 10-minute thing.
I wouldn't do to you.
Like a 10-minute thing.
Okay, thank you, Josh. I got to move on, okay?
All right, buddy. Have
All
a good
right.
one.
There's Josh in St. Louis who's mad at something I didn't say, which is pretty novel. I get a lot of people unhappy with the things I do say. He's mad at something I didn't say. And then when he asked me the question and I answered unequivocally, he still wasn't happy. So I'm not quite sure. He's obviously coloring. He's putting words in my mouth. So I don't know what to tell you. Thank you, Josh. But with this Hamas ceasefire thing, it's all going to get fixed, right?
Woo-hoo. We did it.
We did it.
Protest word.
There you go. Congratulations.
Shared that thing on my story, and now there's a ceasefire. You're welcome.
What thing?
I
The
don't know.
frog and the red button?
Nah, it's just like, with the people that they're the social media activists.
Ah,
Yeah.
it all got
It's
fixed.
all got fixed.
Unfortunately, everybody putting blue and yellow flags a couple of years ago on their social media didn't fix the Russia-Ukraine thing.
Just wait. It takes time.
Well, if there's anything that moves slowly, it's social media.
And just, we're going to get Coney, too.
Nah.
Believe you me.
Hey. All right, I got a break here. You want to send a text 35192 for that. I'll have $1,000 for you coming up at 5:30. That's your last chance today to grab the $1,000 from the Buzzard bookie. And if you want to go see Cage the Elephant, they're on tour coming to Cleveland. That show's going to be at Blossom beginning of September, and I'll have tickets for you after the break.
It's the Alan Cox Show.
Everywhere on our free iHeartRadio app or whatever smart device you have.
Just tell me to play the Alan Cox Show on iHeartRadio.
From the Universal Windows Direct Weather Center, WMMS Weather.
Turning partly cloudy tonight down to 53. Tomorrow, partly sunny. Chance of showers and thunderstorms in the evening. High tomorrow, 78. Sunny Wednesday, high 77.
This report is